Today, we'll show you how one organization in Charlotte helped a Liberty soccer player find his purpose.
Plus, we'll profile one of the top field hockey players in the country and unveil the top 5 plays from the month of October.
This is Game On, and it starts right now. What is up? Welcome into the luxurious Game On studios. We're thrilled you've chosen to join us today. As always, this guy's Rhett McGibbon. I'm Matt Warner. We've got some great stories of Liberty University athletes to bring you today.
Yeah, a little international Flava Flav on this week's show as well, which is always fun.
Absolutely.
But first, let's go to the gridiron where Liberty football got back in the winning track.
Yeah, absolutely. Liberty had hit a little bit of a rough stretch as of late, but a trip to Gardner-Webb would be just what the doctor ordered. Liberty looking to get back to 500 on the season, and the explosive Flames offense would get on the scoreboard first. Buckshot Calvert to Antonio Gandy Golden. We've heard that combo before. 40-yard touchdown strike, one of 2 TDs on the day for Calvert. He's just one away now from the program's single-season record. Jump to the third quarter now. Liberty up 12-7. Carrington Mosley plunges in from a yard out. He'd go for 123 yards and 2 scores in the contest. Fourth quarter now, Liberty up 26-17. Gardner-Webb trying to cut it to one-possession game. But wouldn't you know it, the Flames blocked the field goal. An LU specialty and a huge play in this one. And then finally, Jeremy Peters. He'd help ice this one away with a pick 6 in the closing moments. One of 3 interceptions on the day by Peters as the Flames get that dub, taking it by a final of 33-17. They're now all even at 4-4 on the season with 3 games left to play. With more on this win, Rhett is hanging out with Turner Gill.
Thank you, Matt. Joined now by head coach Turner Gill. Coach, thanks for coming by.
Good to be here again.
What was the mood like going into this game? Did it feel like it was a must-win game? You got the win, but what was the mood beforehand?
Just anxious to play. Again, I guess we're probably a little bit upset at the way we've been playing. Great to go play another football game and try to get things going on the right track. I'm really excited about how our players played. Probably played our best football game overall when you talk about the offense, defense, and special team.
Tyrell Maxwell, he's a dangerous quarterback for Gardner-Webb, but you guys held him under his usual yardage, and you also picked him off 3 times. What went so right with that game plan against him?
Coaches, our coaching staff there did a fantastic job putting together a game plan. We did a little adjustment. We slowed down things in practice. We did a lot more walkthroughs and trying to make sure everybody understood what they were supposed to do and how they were supposed to do it, the how and the why. And then our players, they did a great job of executing the game plan. They stayed engaged both on the sideline and throughout the game, kept believing that they were going to get the job done.
Jeremy Peters, 3 picks in this game.
That's awesome.
When you look at that, is it just he got into the video room and was doing his due diligence and maybe catching on to a little tendency, or was it just right place, right time 3 times in a row?
Well, I think it's both. He did a great job of preparation. And then as you go through the football game, there's kind of some things start happening, some tendencies start showing up. You read a player's route. He kind of read a few things that were going on there. Then Coach Wimberly made a great call as far as a defensive call as far as our coverage, put him in the right place at the right time. And the other thing is, do you make the play? I mean, the ball can be right at you and you don't catch it. So he did the full gamut of things as far as being able to prepare for it, being able to go do his job, and then able to catch the football and then take it in the end zone too.
Your team seems to have just the knack of blocking a field goal. But my question is this: how do you pick the personnel when it goes into that decision-making process? How do you know who do you want out in the field?
Well, I say originally as far as the field goal block, it's mainly going to be your original defensive unit. You know, there might be 1 or 2 spots where you place people in certain areas where you say they may be advantageous for us to be able to get in, get penetration, get somebody that's a pretty good jumper, vertical jump. So you do go all those things into mind. But Deavante Brown just did a great job there getting, what we call it, getting skinny as far as turning his self to the side, and then he increased the gap right there. Got his hand up, did a fantastic job. And then Chris Turner, we call it a scoop. He didn't quite get the score part of it, but he did scoop it and able to give us a great advantage as far as that. That was a big play in the ballgame.
Receivers had another good game for you, but Cephas Reddick, this is a guy that, you know, a walk-on. It seemed like earlier in the year he's getting a couple of looks from Buckshot, but now I'd consider him a threat. How did he get there?
Hard work. He believed in his ability. He just said, coaches, just keep working with me, keep giving me a chance, and he's very, very productive. You're talking about 3rd down catches. I think we're going to do a little bit of a recap on that as far as trying to get our self-scout. Kyle DeOrmer's doing a fantastic job. Joe Daly's doing some good things there to putting people in the right place so they can execute the game plan to the fullest.
Coach, Good talking to you.
Thank you, and to God be the glory.
Matt, back over to you.
Thank you, guys. You know, we told you a few weeks ago, Liberty University is helping out those affected by the recent hurricanes by donating all the money from the upcoming Paradise Jam basketball tournament to relief organizations. But that's not all they're doing. Last week, the Flames took on VCU in an exhibition game, with all of the money from that event going to hurricane relief as well. Now, this is a VCU program that's been to the NCAA tournament the past 6 years, and yet the Flames were the better team from tip to buzzer. Ezra Talbert playing like a man possessed in this one, scoring Liberty's first 7 points and finishing with a game-high 23. Meanwhile, LU got contributions from up and down the roster. Senior Ryan Kimwright poured in 14. Newcomer Keegan McDowell had 8. Scotty James matched that total, while Isaiah Williams chipped in with 7. It all added up to an 85-69 Flames win. And while that victory was nice, the most important part of the night was the money donated to hurricane relief. And as for the Flames, they'll be donating their portion to Ponce, Puerto Rico, the home of point guard Georgie Pacheco-Ortiz.
When they told me that, that we were doing this, it was like, it meant a lot to me and my family and my, my people back home. And just doing this, it was I was a little bit emotional because, I don't think, nobody, would do this for one of their players. And Coach McKay and his staff and Liberty University just make it happen.
Well, turning our attention to the pitch, the Lady Flames soccer team finished the regular season tied for first in the Big South and would face the 7th-seeded Gardner-Webb Runnin' Bulldogs to start off their quest for a 3rd straight Big South title. This game would go down to the wire. In the 25th minute, Jordan Kestel beat one defender and then crossed the ball into the box where Megan Jones would connect on a header from 10 yards out to give Liberty a 1-0 lead. 14 minutes into the second half, Stina Kleppe will put a ball on net. After a huge save from J-Rowe, the rebound would find its way to Annie Ross, who would tie it at 1-1. This game would head to double overtime. Kaylee Cardos would send the ball into the box where Sarah Erickson would place a header inside the near post for the golden goal. Flames win 2-1, advancing to the next round. Well, the men also in action. They would be taking on Radford. The Highlanders would come out of the gates in a hurry. Less than 20 minutes into the contest, Radford would capitalize on 2 miscues from Liberty and would go ahead 2-0. Then the Flames trailing 3-0, Mendoza sent a pass to the left side of the box where Mbayu would bury one into the far right corner, cutting the deficit 2-2. And the 66th minute, Mendoza would score on a penalty, making it 4-2 Radford. But that would be as close as the Flames would get. Flames would fall 4-2 and finish the season 4th place, heading into Big South tournament play.
Well, we all naturally have the inclination to search for purpose in life. For some, they try to find that purpose in money, friends, or even in a sport. Liberty soccer player Shalom Dute experienced just such a time in his life before a ministry in Charlotte helped point him to the one who gives us true purpose. Every Thursday night in East Charlotte, where crime and gang violence are a daily reality, the sound of these children worshiping God fills the streets. This is 1-7 Ministries, a place designed specifically to help immigrant and refugee families get back on their feet. One of the lives this ministry has touched is that of Shalom Dute, a defender for Liberty Soccer. But his story starts far away from America. It starts in the African nation of Togo. Shalom's mother was already in the States, working so that her family could later join her. But just 1 month before Shalom, his father and siblings were to make the trip to reunite their family, the unexpected would happen.
It was tough. Yeah, I wasn't there. I was here. They there by themselves, and the only side of a parent they have is their dad, and he was gone.
I was excited because I was gonna go meet my mom. And a month before we're about to leave, my father passed away. He was my role model, the person that I looked up to the most. And for that to be taken away from you, it was having a hole in your heart just being ripped out.
As Shalom and his family started their lives in America, more challenges were to come. Struggling to fit in his new country, he would turn to bad influences to fill the void in his life.
The piece that was taken out because he was gone, I struggled for most of my life to figure out what was going to replace it. And I started to follow the wrong crowd. I just thought it was who I was supposed to be, that when you come to America, that when no one cares for you, that your only resort was to follow the crowd, was to follow the gangsters that lived in the apartment complexes, and to just seek out whoever was there for you.
One part of the 1-7 mission is its thriving soccer ministry and club teams, and it would be the game of soccer that would help introduce Shalom to the founder of 1-7, a man named David Garrett.
We knew that there was a local high school, and we knew that there were guys getting shot in that high school, that the dropout rate was high, and we felt like God was calling us to go in there. And so that was the year that we met Shalom, was during tryouts. He came with his mom as a young, skinny kid that you could see a little something there, but there wasn't anything great.
And he messaged me and he told me, hey, I really want you to come to 1-7 and I want you to experience something different. When I came here, the love that was spread around this whole place, around this complex, was just unbelievable.
Being a part of 1-7 showed Shalom that he was loved, and after everything he'd been through, that God had been with him all along.
And that I didn't have to go anywhere else to search for him, because there he was. He was with me when we got the opportunity to come to America, when we received that visa to come to America. He was with me when I struggled the most to learn English. He was with me when my father passed away, when my friends were being arrested. He was with me through all these times, and he was protecting me. And that's when I realized that my life belonged to him, and that his love, his agape love for me, was something that I could never find anywhere else, but only through him.
What makes 1-7 soccer different is their passion for sharing the gospel with their opponents. Shalom, at the time still with a thick accent, felt shy about sharing. It was then that he made a deep connection with the name of the ministry, which is rooted in the scripture, Jeremiah 1:1-7.
1-7, what it really stands for comes from the word of Jeremiah, verse 1-7. That he just gave him all these excuses of why he couldn't do what God chose him to do. And God looked back at Jeremiah and just told him that, don't ever say those words to me, because before you were ever formed in your mother's womb, I knew you. And I set you apart from every other person on this earth. And soccer was something that was given to me, a gift by God. And it was my gift back to God to use it to spread his word.
As Shalom's faith grew, so did his skill on the field. He began to receive scholarship offers and eventually chose Liberty University. As a freshman, Shalom would make an immediate impact. He started half of the team's games and was a key contributor on defense. But his biggest contribution came as a surprise to Coach Alder, and it came after his first game.
So I'll never forget it. We're playing our first game of the year here at Howard. And so after the game, we bring the Howard guys in, and I'm sharing John 3:16. We're like, guys, these are 25 words that can change your life. And then all of a sudden, I feel a tap on my shoulder. I'm like, who's tapping me on the shoulder? So I look, and here's this freshman standing next to me, Shalom, and he's like, Coach, can I say something? I'm like, sure, Shalom. And next thing you know, I'm just standing there listening to this freshman, this 17-year-old freshman, he's 17 years old, tapping me on the shoulder saying, let me tell these guys about Jesus. And so for me, it was a great, great thing to see this kid who had just gotten here, but he understood the gift that he had, but he wanted to share that gift with somebody else.
It's impossible to know what the future holds, and in athletics, success can be fleeting. But regardless, Shalom looks ahead with a smile, knowing he's playing for an audience of one.
For me, I know that when I'm on the field, that I'm representing God, and He's what I stand for when I'm on the field. And so when I play, I'm happy just as much as I can be, because I'm not only doing what I love, but I'm doing it for a person that loves me unconditionally. And so each time I play, it's just a chance for me to show God that I'm one of his disciples and that whatever I do is for his glory.
Our thanks to Matt Atkins and Mike O'Neill for that story. Really impressed with the maturity. A young man, just a sophomore, and yet you can see the depth of his faith after all he's overcome, really leaning and grasping to that faith now in his life.
Yeah, and from a personal standpoint, I lost a parent at a young age as well, and it's so nice to have ministries out there that just grab you, take a hold of you, and love you, and it's the love you're lacking in your life, and that which makes you want to go astray, but the fact that they're showing him Christ's love is just awesome.
Absolutely, great young man. Well, hey, coming up, Aggie Maroney's been a dominant force for the LU field hockey team. See how this Argentinian found her way to the Flames.
And we turn up the heat with another warm, hot, and fuego. Don't go anywhere.
We the people. We are innovators, dreamers, leaders. Yeah, we feel pain. We get tired, but it won't stop us. God's call is our pursuit, and we will champion his name.
I used to watch the medical shows on TV when I was younger, and I wanted to be like the doctors and the nurses. But I think nursing was a really good fit for me because of the holistic approach that they take. There was a point in my nursing career that I was ready to go back. I actually remember 2 patients in particular telling me that they could see me doing more. The FNP-DNP program is obtaining a family nurse practitioner degree. The DNP is the Doctor of Nursing Practice. My husband and I love to go on mission trips, and we've been on a few medical mission trips. And I believe that the FNP-DNP degree will really open up the door on the mission field a lot more. I think there was a few things that stood out on this campus. Number one, how kind people were to each other and how much the faculty truly cared for us as students, wanting us to succeed in pursuing higher education.
I'm Marty Mischins. I'm a master firefighter with the Lynchburg Fire Department. I started out with residential coursework at Liberty back in 2000, and I've also been a member of the Coast Guard Reserve since then. I completed a substantial amount of my general education requirements, and then 9/11 happened, and after spending time on active duty, I never went back to school. Liberty Online gave me the opportunity to easily get a bachelor's degree that was equivalent to my field of work. That has actually opened up opportunities for promotional processes in the public safety realm and also in the military in the future. Liberty Online has been really flexible with my schedule, having a family and having a full-time career with the Lynchburg Fire Department. I'm currently enrolled in the Master of Arts in the Executive Leadership Program. Liberty Online worked great with me to be able to transition from completing a bachelor's and turning right back around and getting into a master's program, which is something that I never thought that I would even consider.
Hey there, friends. Welcome on back into Game On. The field hockey team, sitting second overall in the Big East Conference, wrapped up the regular season this past week with an out-of-conference matchup. The Flames would host number 6 in the nation, the UNC Tar Heels. We head to the beginning of the second half, UNC leading 4-1. The Tar Heels would add on to their lead. Everts would get her 4th goal of the game, ripping a shot into the left side of the cage, giving UNC a 4-goal lead. Flames would start to mount the comeback, though. They would score on a penalty corner in the 48th minute. Then Aggie Maroney would score her 18th of the season to bring Liberty within 2. That as close as the Flames would get. Jill Bolt would score the final goal of the contest, her 9th of the season, but the Flames would drop their regular season finale 6-4.
Well, Rhett just mentioned Aggie Maroney. The sophomore is leading the Lady Flames in goals by a long shot and is on her way to becoming one of the best players in the nation. And today, she's the focus of our latest installment of Go International.
It's going to go to Maroney. Deflected in. I'm Águila Moroni from Córdoba, Argentina. People in Argentina love partying and celebrating sports. They love celebrating soccer and rugby and hockey. If you're playing, you will see people singing the whole game and like you will get your energy from the games. Like, it's so nice. I love it. Argentina is nice. In Argentina, field hockey is a really big sport. For women, it's the most popular sport. Every girl plays it, basically. And that's why there is like such a big competition level.
Yeah, I think in Argentina, there's much more of an emphasis on individual skill and ball handling. It's a much more finesse style of a game, where in the US, we can be characterized as very hardworking. We're gonna be super fit, and Aggie is super fit, but coming from Argentina, there's just much more creativity on ball. This is the style of hockey that they play over there.
When I first came here, I had my expectations so big. I was like, oh, I'm going to the United States, I'm gonna like kill it, whatever. First game here, it was so physical. Like, you had to run so much. And I was like, what the heck is this sport? Like, I've never run this much in my entire life. I don't know what is this sport. Like, this is not field hockey at all. But then, like, as games like keep going, like I started to get used to like the timing, because like it's a completely different sport, like from home, honestly.
You know, Aggie coming from Argentina, she has a completely different skill set than an American kid would have. Her ball handling skills are second to no one in the NCAA.
Field hockey is my passion, for sure. Like, I can be playing field hockey the whole day if my coach would let me. Honestly, I love it.
Hey guys. Aggie is a coach's dream. She always has a stick and a ball in her hand. She's constantly working to improve, constantly working to get better. She's always out in the field, getting extra reps with things. So not only do we have a kid that's been incredibly blessed with a skill set, like the girl just has some God-given talent, but on top of that, she is so hardworking, and you combine those two things and it's really a lethal combination.
It becomes such like a happiness source for me that I just couldn't stop doing it. Like, I'm honestly an addict, like, and I love it. It's so good.
Thanks to Mike O'Neill for his work on that piece. All right, time for the most popular segment on our show each week, Warm, Hot, and Fuego. Rhett, start us off with Warm. Who are you looking at this week?
We're going to go out of the box here a little bit. We're going to a former Flame.
Okay.
Yeah, this is going to be John Dawson, former member of the basketball team, just signed on with the Greensboro Swarm of the G League.
Formerly the D League.
Yes.
Now the G League.
The Gatorade League.
Yeah.
So, yeah, good luck here to John Dawson. You remember him last year. You know, he had some moments where it's just, he'd bring you out of his seat. I remember that dunk against VCU, that
Big
baseline drive was absolute beauty. And then he just had a fantastic junior season with the Flames. And, you know, it transferred over into his senior year. He was just a quality member of that group that went so far in the CIT tournament. So best of luck to him in the future, and I hope it goes well down there in Greensboro for him.
Great to see another Flame making a living in pro basketball.
That's right.
Yeah, all right. From Warm now to Hot, who you got?
Aggie Moroni, it's her show, basically.
Yeah, basically. How much can we talk about Aggie?
Yeah, she's just, you know, I think teams look at her and she's gotten the nickname the Argentinian Nightmare.
See, I was thinking Argentinian Assassin.
I like that too.
All right, maybe we'll put it to a vote.
Yeah, we can do that.
Right,
you know, put it on underneath the Facebook
comment, let us
yes,
know.
please do. But 18 goals on the year, only one shy of the team record in the season. So more than likely, if she does well here in the next coming game when it gets to Big East Conference time, she'll break that record held by Natalie Barr and Sarah Gripe. But just what a year by her. So much skill. She just buries the ball in so many ways. She's such just a natural, gifted goal scorer. So much fun to watch. And I told everybody at the beginning of the year, do you remember that?
I do.
I said, get out there and watch this young lady play, because you have one of the best in the nation right here in Lynchburg.
Good news is, still got a couple more years.
That's right.
Missed her this year, so that's good news. All right, finally, in Fuego, who are you picking this week, Rhett?
This is a guy, welcome to the show again.
Okay,
We're welcoming in another one. Yeah, Jeremy Peters, 3 picks. What a game by him. Also, he had 3 pass breakups.
Yeah.
So this guy was just everywhere in the backfield, just breaking stuff up. The picks were fantastic, and he's just a big reason. You know, head coach Turner Gill is always talking about we needed our defense to create some turnovers.
Yeah.
Well, he did it. He's like, all right, guys, just throw it on my back. It's all good. It's all good. I got this. Threw it all on his back. Did absolutely fantastic. Had a pick 6 in there as well, which you just saw. So just great work by him. Glad to see the football team led by Peters back in the winning track, and hopefully do well this coming weekend.
Kid that was hurt a lot last year. Good to see him healthy and making an impact this season. Well, hey, still to come, only the top 5 survive. We bring you the Game On top 5 plays from the month of October, and it's coming your way next.
You might have heard some things about Liberty University, like how we're just a little Christian school in the middle of nowhere. And there's nothing to do here. I mean, come on. You know us. Boring.
Boring?
Yeah. They say we don't work as hard, think as hard, try as hard.
I object.
The truth is, well, we might surprise you.
This is Liberty University, the world's largest Christian university. Want to come visit us? Well, you're in luck. Homecoming is a perfect opportunity for alumni, families, and newcomers to participate in the game day experience. At College for a Weekend, you get to hear from speakers, go to classes, and attend our weekend concert. Ring in the new year with us at Winterfest. Spend the day snowboarding at Snowflex, rock climbing, or at the Artist Q&A, then rock out at night with the top Christian artists. With so many ways to visit our campus, why aren't you here already?
Welcome back, friends. They say that time flies when you're having fun, and Matt, that must be true because I cannot believe that it's November already.
Yeah, that's the truth. But the one good thing about it being November is that we can now show you the top 5 plays from the month of October. See, right? I'm always looking for the silver line.
I thought you were going pumpkin pie.
Guy. Yeah, well, you know that. You know that's right.
Let's go to Liberty taking on Campbell. What a sequence here. Gabby Vest, she gets one dig,
up a little
speed
bit.
it up, another one. Can she do it? Vest, she can.
Yes.
And then it goes back over, and then they set up another spike. Who else?
The action.
Ah, Vest! Oh my goodness. One more time.
You're kidding.
Oh.
Vest.
Vessery.
What?
She just keeps on Vest.
Oh.
Yeah. And then, then finally get out. Liberty gets the point. Fantastic work by
it was
Vest.
a little bit of a vest, but they got it messed. I should have stopped when we were ahead. Play number 4 to the Gridiron Flames taking on Monmouth a couple of weeks back. How about BJ Farrell climbing the ladder to make that catch? What do you say, Red? Top shelf where mom keeps the cookies? Is that what you say?
Peanut butter.
Peanut butter?
Yeah.
Whatever snack of your choice, whatever the case. Great catch by Farrell.
As here, number 3, Flames men's soccer, all tied with Marshall in the final minute of regulation. Tracer and Baibu finds my man, Pepe Segura, the game winner. Yeah. He broke the heart of Herd Nation right there. Look at them all falling on the ground.
Yeah, oh wow. That's, Pepe,
Dunsky.
right on time. Big win for them. All right, play number 2. How about it? We had the Reds home away from home, right? The Rink Flames facing Ohio, the freshman. The boy from Edmonton, Cole Gammer, coast to coast. Score! As Rhett would say, score! He finished it. How about it, Rhett? Give me a little color commentary.
I love it. It's absolutely
here,
fantastic.
Yeah, this is kind of your thing. I'm going to let you take over a
Why
little bit.
pass when you can go coast to coast?
Absolutely. And I, first of all, I appreciate you being okay with me taking that hockey highlight. He's a little bit protective.
I am.
But we do still have one more great play to go.
Yeah, let's go back to the pitch this time. It's the Liberty women's soccer team taking center stage. This is the quarterfinal. Sarah Erickson getting the noggin on it.
Yeah.
You know what? The noggin makes me think eggnogg's right around the corner too. But what a goal by her. And they advance on to the next round of Big South tournament play. A huge goal by Sarah Erickson, her first of the season.
Came at a good time.
Yes, it did.
That's the top 5 plays for the month of October. We're about out of time. Hit us up on social media at GameOnLU, and of course the website as well, GameOnLU.com.
That's it.
He's Rhett, I'm Matt. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you right back here next time.